to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging GATE contest engineered to give you an experience like none other,
where you put your knowledge to test
and battle it out with the best.
to bring out the best in you. Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for GATE till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
with detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack GATE deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate GATE challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now.
Hello, good morning friends. Welcome to Unacademy, which is the largest online education platform for GATE, CS and IT. Myself, Mallesham Devasane. Here I'm going to take the C programming course where we are running the third session, which is arrays and pointers. I hope you are enjoying in the previous sessions where we learned tokens and statements, and also we have seen storage classes. And in case you need more practice on these topics, I have conducted many practice sessions on YouTube as well as Unacademy. You can watch those free videos to get practice and to get more comfortability of the topics. But I'm trying to complete as best as possible within short period of time. Okay, please let me know whatever the feedback you have. All right. Yeah. Good morning, Sakshi. Okay, good morning, Nikhil. Good morning, Jiu. Good morning, Mahendra, Deepankar, Sandeep, Kumar, Sandeep Visa. Good morning, Nikhil. Good morning, Prajapati, Sakshi, Gaurav. Good morning, everyone. Manoj, Ankita, yeah, Vijayant. Good morning, Lavjit. Yeah, good morning. Akhtar, good morning. Yeah. And show your presence with one like, guys. I know that you also know that most of you have not yet liked. Please do that. Thank you so much. Okay, fine. Yeah, Mr. Good morning. Rishabh, good morning. How are you all? Sachin, good morning. Yeah, Monica, good morning. Good morning. Arpan, good morning. If I miss anyone, yes, good morning to everyone. Yeah. If you are not aware of the classes, look at how we have planned. We have completed 4th and 5th January and 6th Jan. Today we are looking at arrays and pointers, and the next 2 days we have a plan like functions, recursion, and then structure, union, and dynamic memory allocation. Yes. Manshu, good morning. Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. Piyush, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, if you are joining today on this channel, know that 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. the DBMS is going on, and C language at this time 9 to 11 a.m. and maths 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. just after my class with half an hour break, and computer organization 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. Right, this is everyday YouTube channel schedule. This is a Sankalp batch. Yes. And in case if you want to learn some free classes, then you can visit Unacademy, and then you can see some of the classes that I've already taken. TOC, CDC, discrete maths, algorithms, and industrial videos are already there. But these are my expertise, and where I can interact with you regarding these subjects whenever you need my help. In case if you want to know about me, I worked at various institutes in India, and I have visited so many places. I guided more than 1 lakh students till today, and more than 12 years of teaching experience right now what I have. And in case you need my referral code, you can always use DEVALIVE referral code. Right? With this, you get 10% discount on Unacademy Plus or Iconic subscription. Also, you can unlock the free classes plan on Unacademy. Yeah. So this is a URL unacademy.com/@DevaGateCSE. Use this URL to visit Unacademy and you can access all my free classes. And if you want to know what kind of classes that I have taken, like quizzes, all-in-one sessions and special topics on these subjects, daily practice programs, problems and PYQ series on many subjects, and still going on like fast track course and so many practice sessions are going on. I will be announcing whenever I take. Yes. Kavitanjali, good morning. Sutika, good morning. Yeah, thank you Ashish. Yeah. प्रतीक, क्या टाइम क्या चाहिए आपको? चलो, all right. In case you are not aware of Unacademy learning app, go to Play Store and install, and right away you can use Unacademy app using mobile. And if you don't know, if you are not aware of Plus or Iconic, these are two subscription plans which are paid plans where you have the structured courses and batches from the top educators, where you will have live interactive classes, where you will have weekly tests, doubt solving sessions, and batches are separately going to be announced for 2022 for English batch and in the batch soon, and in the batch already announced tentatively from 25th Jan, the batch is going to start. In case you need, you are seriously preparing for GATE 2022 or 2023, and this is the right time to take the subscription, no doubt about it. And Iconic, all the benefits of Plus. Additionally, we'll have the personal coach and separate study material designed by experts and study plan and booster sessions and personalized test analysis. In case if you want to know the prices for the Plus, there are many plans like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, but the popular plans are 1 year, 1.5, 2 years. You can see the total price here, but enter the referral code which is DEVALIVE to see the price after the discount, right? And similarly, you have Iconic subscription where two popular plans, 1 and 2 years, which will help you to crack the exam with the support of the guide as well as the educators. Okay, now it's the time to start our class. Guys, please like this session, like this session, like this session. As you know, you are coming daily and dedicating your time to learn something from us, and we expect only one thing from you, that is just one small like can bring so much of joy that makes us to teach something what we are capable and what you need, guys. Yes, every day 9 AM to 11 AM is my class is going on. The whole schedule I am showing everyone, right? In case if you are joining today, just watch the previous videos and you will know the schedule, and every video we will show the schedule. Don't worry about the schedule. Thank you Yadav. Yeah, Manoj, please watch the initial video, the starting video. We have displayed entire schedule. If you want, I can bring in the next class itself. Yeah, I will do that. Thank you so much. Please like the session, guys. Chalo, start kar lete. Ready? What we have completed in the previous session, tokens and statements as well as storage classes. Now what we are going to plan today, the arrays and pointers. You know that these two topics are very, very important. At the same time, the most of the students, they will have little bit of a confusion if they study from the textbooks, because they need a practice, they need somebody to explain these two topics. What are these two arrays and pointers? Yes. Come on, good morning, Ankit. Sir, good morning. Great, Yadav. You are doing fantastic job. Yes. Alright, let's begin. Let's begin the session. And what I am going to do in arrays, there are 3 1D, 2D, 3D array in C language. You know, in data structure also we will have arrays. Their representations are different. Here in C language, we follow row major order to store an array in memory. Okay, when compiler looks at this arrays, it converts the array into row major order so that the system follows the same execution. So now, how to declare an array, how to represent an array, and what kind of example we require to understand the array, that I'm going to cover in this array session. Yeah. Good morning, Nishu, Anurag. Yeah, keep going. Yes. These are my ideas. Declaration, representation, and example. If you have any doubt anytime, ask quickly because we need to cover so many concepts today. Yes? Alright. Chalo, let's begin 1D array. Ready? How to declare 1D array before looking at representation? Good morning, Amjad. You know, if you are using int or char, float, you can use any type, doesn't matter to us. You know, I'm using int a of 5 or char b of 5, float c of 5. What is the difference between these three declarations, guys? Come on, come on. Good morning, Sweta. What is the difference between these three? What is array basically? Come on, come on. All looks like it has 5 elements, no doubt. All looks like same. But where is the difference? Because of 1D, right? In 1D, all looks like you have 5 elements, where the data that you are going to store in array is different. But in the same array, all the elements of same type. Yes or no? How do you say array basically? What is an array? It is collection of same type of elements. You can't store different type of elements. Like all integers you can store. But not only just having same type of elements, they should be stored contiguous. You can say continuously, but in memory we say contiguous. Same type of elements stored contiguously, are stored in contiguous manner. Yes, good, Lojit. And the sizes are going to be different. Exactly. Now here all elements are of same type in the same array, and sizes are gonna be different because of integer size. Assume that either 2 or 4 bytes. I am assuming 2 bytes, but in systems you can have 4 bytes too. Character, it's in every system 1 byte. Float, in every system it is 4 bytes. Only integer you will have 2 or 4 bytes. That depends on your system. Okay, that depends on your compiler. So if you look at this, if you assume 2 bytes, if you assume this is 2 bytes, how many bytes will be stored? Created for array A, 10 bytes. And you know this is the 1 byte. So total you require 5 bytes for character B array, and float C array is 4 into 5, 20 bytes. Yes, this is the first difference. Yes, yeah, your system is 4 bytes. Okay, my old system is using 2 bytes. Nishu. Good. And anybody ask about the sizes, you can do that, guys. Printf, in case you are printing %u, comma %u, comma %u, and I am using just size of A, size of B. You can see in your system what kind of sizes. Don't assume every system will have the same size for integer. No, the first size of A depends on compiler, depends on machine, right? But other one, the size of B is 5 bytes, size of C is 20 bytes in every system. Only size of A, either it will be 10 or 20, 10 or 20. The first one. Yes. Good, good. Come on. Yeah, great. So this is how we declare. But you know, you can also initialize at the time of declaration, that we will see slowly. Yes or no? We can also initialize while declaring an array. Yes. Now before that, let me help you to represent. Let me help you to represent. Suppose I am declaring int a of 5. I have, let's say, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is how you can declare and initialize when you declare itself. Now, A is array name, but in memory, you know, the A represents somewhere from this location. And in representation, we just show like a row, but in RAM, you know, we can just store in location wise, right? You will have some address like 1000. If you assume 2 bytes for integer, you will have 1002, 1004, 1006, 1008. Now, what is the beauty of array in C language? What is the beauty of array in C language? Any element can be accessed with the same time. Like you ask me any element, like you ask a of 0, this is element, how do you represent? There are 5 elements here, a of 3, a of 4. All will take exactly same time to locate the element data. Everybody? All the elements can be accessed very quickly, very quickly. So that is the advantage of using an array. If you know the address of the first element, you can calculate address of any element in an array. So the computer, the system remembers the address of the first element. You ask me anything, it is going to compute the same similar way for every element. So how it does, we will see. And every element, it follows one index. Now a of 5 is the size of an array. How many elements, right? How many elements? Number of elements. But index begins from 0. I hope everybody knows this. And you have declared as 10 to 50 elements you want to initialize. So it will initialize like this in a sequence. If you miss any elements, then it can store 0 because you have assigned some of the elements. Remaining elements automatically initialize to 0. Yes. Clear? Yes, random access. Good word, good word. Now ये कैसे access करता compiler? Guys, a of 0 दे दो. ये compiler क्या करता? Star of a plus 0 में convert करता. a of 1 दिया. ये star of a plus 1 बोलता. a of 2 बोला. Star of a plus 2 करता है. a of 3 बोला. Star of a plus 3 करता. क्यों? This is how compiler understands every index. Now, what is a basically? A basically represent address of a of 0. Remember this point, guys. A represent. So, ये मतलब address of the first element only, guys. It already knows the address of the first element. Look at that. Everybody using address of the first element. Yes or no? Look at that. A of 0 plus 2. It knows that it has the address of the first element. It can refer any element as per your interest. Did you see that? I'm just using the first element address to go to any element location. Yes, everybody? Right. And yes, somebody giving how to find number of elements. How to find number of elements here? You have to do, you want to print this number of elements? Just write in C program size of A by the size of each element. How do you write it? Either size of int or size of A of any element. A of 0 or A of 1 doesn't matter. Yes, that says that total size by individual element, so that represent individual element size represent, like let's say 2 bytes. 2 bytes is each element size. The total size we know that 5 into 2 10, let's say, by 2, which will give you 5 elements. In case if you assume 20, then each element is a 4. Each element has a 4 bytes, then total is also 5. So either it is 2 bytes or 4 bytes. The total number of elements, you will get the same. Size of A by size of element. Exactly. Clear? Yeah. Everyone, is that clear? Everybody want the array representation? All the elements are stored contiguously. If you know the address of the first element, you can access any element location or any element with the help of the first element address. And here you need to remember that is A of I is equal star of A plus I. This notation is very, very important. Yes. Now here we have so many points to remember. So I will discuss one by one guys. And most of you may not aware of that notation. So I'm going to help you. How to understand that. Just give me a second. Quickly I'm going to do that. Yes. Now, how many of you can print that? Let me help you. So this is our RAM. Here stored 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now suppose you are printing address %u A and printf %u address of A. What is gonna print? Come on guys, what is going to be output? Assume the first element address is 1000. A refers 1000. Even address of A refers 1000. But these two thousands are not the same. Address only same, but their meaning is different. How do you understand that meaning? When you increment. You can write, but it is not English language to understand both are same. Who will understand that? Let's look at. Focus on guys. Focus here. How do you understand this point? I'm writing now. %u A plus 1 and printf %u address of A plus 1. Now tell me what it does. Great. Yes, only some people may know those 2000s are actually, they are gonna differ. Yes guys. Here 1000 plus 1 means it is 1000 represent address of an element. This 1000 represent address of A of 0. So here 1000 plus 1 into size of element it is going to do. Assume size of element is 2 bytes. As my assumption goes here, integer is 2 bytes. Then what happens here? 1000 plus 1 into 2, it displays 1002. Yes. Everyone? Yes, 1001 नहीं संदीप, ये मैथमेटिक्स नहीं है यार, इसलिए समझने आता लोग को ये मैथमेटिक्स नहीं है. 1000 plus 1 is 1001. It is a C program. Address plus 1, then which address you are dealing is important. Everybody, 1000 plus 1 is not 1001. ये मैथमेटिक्स नहीं है. Here you should know 1000 refers, this is address of an element, not address of, it's not the value, it's not data, remember that. Who is 1001? If you do integer plus 1, that is, like you write, right? Int x is equal 1000, x plus 1 is 1001. X refers data, but this 1000 refers address, guys. Everybody? Yes. It purely depends on the size of an element. Now, here also 1001, 1000 plus 1, but this 1000 is not address of an element. It is address of array. So what's gonna happen? 1000 plus 1 into size of array, because that address refers address of an array. How compiler knows? How system knows? Because you defined %a. And how many of you know A nothing but address of A of 0? That's how system understands. When you refer A, it is address of an element. When you refer ampersand A, that is address of an array. Yes. Now this time size of array, if you assume 2 bytes, total size is 10 bytes. If you assume 4 bytes for integer, total size is 20 bytes. That depends. Okay, I am assuming 1000 plus 1 into 10, which will be 1010 or 1020. That depends on the size of integer. Is it clear? This is how you need to understand the addresses. When you refer any address, 1000 not same all the time, guys. In 1D, you have two names for 1000. 1000 is address of an element. 1000 is also address of an array. Everybody? Yes. Can we go to the next concept? Example? Yes, good. Let's move. Now, address calculation. Guys, I'm trying to say something, int a of, let's say, 100. Okay. So don't specify. I also don't know size of integer. Assume that way. I want to calculate address of a of I. I is any location between 0 to 99. So assume this is I. This is 99. So what is address of a of I? How do you calculate? So somebody want to understand what is address of a of I. Okay, how do you calculate? Come on, guys. And look at the before 0, how many, before I, what is the index? 0 to I minus 1. How many elements here? Here total 0 to I minus 1. Before I index, elements are there. Total how many elements? 0 to I minus 1. 1 to I minus 1 is I minus 1. 0 to I minus 1 is I elements. I elements we have. That means from 0, if you increment I times, then you will reach I indirectly. So how do you get that? Address of a of 0, that's the first element address is given. This will be given to you. This will be given to you. Right? Address is given to you. And using this, I am going to jump to any element location. How? That is I multiplied with size of int. So this is the size of int. In general, size of element. Everybody? Yes, good. This is how the 1D element location can be calculated. Now in case if I ask what is address of a of 55, then how do you calculate? Assume that the first element is 1000 address and size of int, let's say 2 bytes. Then how do you calculate? The 1000 plus 55 multiply with 2, which will be 1000 plus 110, which is equal 1110. Yes. Great. Clear? So that means you can find out any element location with the help of the first element address. Yes. 1000. Come on. 1110 happen. Yeah. Fine, guys. Let's move to example. Now let me quickly execute the first declaration. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And the name of array is A. And now we are trying to print. They are integers, right? Now look at here, size is not mentioned, but still calculated automatically. How? Depends on initialization. You have initialized 6 elements. Sorry guys. There is one more here. Total 6 elements, right? Fine. It's automatically size calculated, automatically calculated by compiler. Everybody? Yeah, it will be assigned 0 to 5. Now, what is A of 2 means? Let's try it. A of 2, you know that. The first element referred by A of 0, A of 1, A of 2. So this is a pretty straight, everybody knows 30. Yeah, everybody knows. There's no confusion with that. But 2 of A looks like for some people, they don't know, actually A of 2. A of 2 same as 2 of A. Actually, both will give you star of A plus 2. Even you write star of 2 plus A, is it same? Everybody, so that is the reason which will give you same 30 only. And this also gives 30. Yes, good. Everyone? Yeah. It gives you third element. That's index 2, but it is third element, Arpan. Everyone? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your answers are right. And it's very easy. Yes, you can write. That is, even in my BTech, guys, I did not know that A of 2 can be written as 2 of A. It's all representation, guys. And remember that notation. You can use the notation for 1D. A of I is to print an element. You can also write as I of A. You can also write as star of A plus I. And you can also write as star of address of A of 0 plus I. All are same, guys. All will give you exactly same answer. Clear? Yeah. Right? Great, great. Keep going. Now 1D is over. Now let's move to the 2D. You know, in C language, so far 1D, you go to any representation, C, MATLAB, any kind of programming language, what happens? 1D array looks same because it just you have sequence of elements. But when it comes to 2D array, the programming languages are differed by compiler, guys, because you need to focus on now what is row major order and column major. And anyhow, we are looking at C language. So C, C++, Java, all this, they use row major, but column major order followed by like a MATLAB. If you know about MATLAB, and that programming concept follows the column major order. What is row major and column major? When you know row major clearly, you can understand column major in data structure. Yes. Yes. Now, 2D. We are going to look at the declaration first, then representation, then example. So now let's look at how do you declare the 2D. Okay, how do you declare, guys? Now onwards, I'll just look at integer elements only, integer arrays only, because showing all of them is a waste of time now. We need to cover so many things. Int A of, let's say that 3 and 2. What is the meaning of that? And most of the people, they say that number of rows, number of columns. Here, I do not care number of rows, number of columns. Instead, these 3 represent number of rows. Okay, that's fine. But the 2, instead of saying number of columns, say that number of elements in each row. That exactly number of columns, but in C language, we follow row by row. So this makes sense. Number of elements in each row. Indirectly, it represents number of columns. Yeah. Everybody, number of rows in 2D and 2 represent number of elements. Total elements are 3 into 2, 6, no doubt. No doubt. Yes. Everyone. So you can say that. You can say that how many 2D, how many 1Ds are there? You can say indirectly there are 3 1Ds. You can say that there are 3 1Ds, guys. Okay. There is another way you can declare. If you want to initialize with values, you can just directly say 10, total 6 elements, right? 30, 40, 50, 60. It's automatically going to store in a row wise, like 2 elements at a time. Because you mentioned how many elements in each row. 2 elements in each row. So it's going to consider 2 by 2. 2 at a time. 2 elements in each row. And you can also do other way. You don't need to mention that 3. It's automatically going to compute. You say 2 elements, right? You say 2 elements. So it knows that how to do. And here this will be calculated automatically by compiler. But never ignore the the second index int a of, now I can also do some other way, a of 3 2, you can just write like, there are 3 rows, right? That's the first row and second row. These are the various notations to declare and initialize the elements, guys. Yes. Array of subarrays, great. Everybody? 3 1Ds, yes. Good guys, keep going. So many ways we can declare and so many ways we can initialize, but never miss which one? While initialize, never miss. Like, you know, if you are doing like this, the compiler will generate an error. Everybody, this will be an error because it doesn't know how many elements are in the row. Are you looking for all the 6 elements in one row? It is not going to calculate. This will be compiler error because this is must. Yes. And I'm saying again, instead of saying number of columns, remember my point, number of elements in each row. It's not about the column, it is about how many elements in each row because we are following row major order. Now let's look at how to represent. Declaration is clear, everyone? Any confusion in the declaration? Okay, people might come up with some idea, but I'm trying to tell you, when you are saying this, we might represent this like 3 rows and 2 columns. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is A. How do you represent? This is the user representation, but system always follows the representation like in RAM. In RAM, it's going to store one after other. There are 6 elements, something like that. In RAM, the elements are stored in a contiguously. You know that. Now here, look at, this is your RAM, main memory. So A starts from here. This is complete array, 6 elements. Now here, this is a row 0. This is a row 1. This is row 2. If you have elements like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, it's going to store sequence consecutively 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Everyone, see here also, but we represent like a table, but no need to be a table, guys. It just like looks like 1D. But system understood how to deal with that. This is user representation. No doubt. It's easy, but system follows the linear representation for any dimension array. Yes, the row by row means every row stored, complete row stored in a sequence, and the next row then next to next. Everybody, so if you assume this is a 1000 address, let's say it's a 1002, and this will be 1004, 1006, let's say 2 bytes for every integer, then 1010. Everybody, so it starts at 1000 address, then 1002, 1004, and this will be 1010. Clear? Yeah, here every element we have we have a representation to access. Here A of ij represent element. This is element. Directly prints the data. And when you say A of I, it's a row. It's element name, you can say. It's a row name. And A represent array name. Everybody, here column name is not there. In C language representation, array name and row name and then element name. Everybody? Yes, come on. So these are the 3 important representations for us. Yeah, if you spend more time on this 2D, you will understand more about it, guys. So those people who are not able to understand quickly, spend a little bit more time to get an idea of all these notations. Yes, got it. Now let's move to the representation. Again, guys, now I want you to understand, like, int 3 rows. Look at that, 3 rows and 5 elements in each row. Yes or no? Correct? Yes. All are assume integer. Now assume integer size is 2 bytes. That's fine for me. And how we are going to store? This is A, and I'm just giving addresses to deal with them, like 1000, 1002, because the row by row, right? If it is a column by column, then we will go to after 1000, 1002. We don't go to the same row. We go to the second row in the first element. Now we have to store in row wise. After 1008, guys, the second row, the first element is 1010. This is how the memory will be created in the system. I hope you are understanding how the memory is going to be created for the array. It looks like for the system, it's completely linear. But for us, we know it is a 2-dimensional. Great. Now, we have many notations. As I said, guys, we have many notations. Now tell me, print the following expressions. Print the following. I only give expression. You can write it in printf if you want. First one, if I give A, what it should print? 2. If I give A of 0, here what is 0? 0, 1, 2. And the columns we no need to represent, that automatically you can understand as per your index choice, right? Yeah, it's just like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 index. Every row we have index, but people directly gives the columns, so they assume it is a column. Instead of column, assume it is element index in the row. That is very important. Fine. 1000, yes, great. 1000, great. And A of 0, 1000, but it is a row name, guys, row name. And 3, and A of 00 I am not going to write because values are not given. In case values are given, you can do that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If I give that values, you can say that value. I have not initialized, but assume that I am initialized in the program somewhere. Okay, now A of 00, 10. Everybody? Yes. Great. Now I'm going to give some different notation, so follow that. Yeah, print the following. Now again, address of A, quick, and address of A of 0, quick, and address of A of 00, quick. Now let's see who can print this. I'm waiting for your answer, guys. First one 1000, second one 1000, third one also 1000. But all are they different? All are different, guys. How do you know all are different? When you increment them, you will understand. When you increment them, you will understand. When you do +1 and print, don't increment like A is equal to A plus 1 will not work. So now I'm asking the same question, just writing +1. You understood 1000, right? Great job. Now +1, what it prints? Only printing, right? You can print anything. Now tell me what happens to this 1000 plus 1, different. This 1000 plus 1 is different. This 1000 plus 1 different. Only the last one will increment the element address, guys. Now let's see who can do that. The first one, I'm waiting for your answer. When you do address of A plus 1 is equal to 1000 plus 1, but 1000 refers address of array. address of array. So it's going to increment whole array. It's nothing but 1000 plus 1 into size of array. What is size of array? If we assume 2 bytes for each element, you have total 3 into 5, 15 elements. So 15 elements, 15 into 2, 30. So this will become 1030. Yes, 1030. Yes, 1030. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, Gaurav, it is not 1001, 1002, 1003. What is this, Gaurav? Yeah, it's not mathematics. Remember that. Address of a of 0 plus 1. It is also 1000 plus 1. But 1000 plus 1 into that a of 0 represent row. Address of row, that is. So we do size of row. Size of row. There are each row 5 elements. 5 into 2, 10. So 1010 is going to happen. And address of a of 0, 0 is element address. So element address plus 1, it will increment just the 2 bytes. So that will become 1002. Yes. Yeah, most of you are doing great job. And I difficultly, I found very few videos to explain this 2D calculations. Yeah. See, Suman, Unacademy Plus and Computer Science, we have joined before 5 months, and for the coming year 2022, we are promising that Hindi and English batches are separate, and their top educators are going to teach, and you will have a structured courses. What do you mean by structured? If you have 13 subjects and you will have 13 schedules, to understand in the year, the complete schedule will be announced in advance so that you can plan your preparation. And each course you will have theory, you will have practice questions, you will have gate questions, you will have doubt clearing sessions. And after attending this many sessions, and I don't think you will have much difficulty in most of the concepts, right? You will be clearly understanding the concepts. Crash course, we don't care whether you understand or not. Of course I am caring, but we don't care because we need to complete this syllabus. And I want you to understand. At the same time, I want to complete the syllabus. Here, there could be some mismatches between you and me because I am worried about completion at the same time. But in Unacademy Plus courses, we never hurry to complete. We are always focused on what student requires and how student can understand each concept. Till that understanding, we do whatever is required. Everyone? Yeah. You don't get it, I know. Can't you understand what I am speaking? The notation, it's not 1000 plus 1. Understand what you are writing. Don't look at one side. Look at this one. This is address of array. So this plus 1 means size of array only increments. Because you have given address of array. This is address of not array, address of row. So this increments size of row. And this is address of element, not address of row. So it's going to focus on size of an element increment. Everybody? Yes. Everybody? Yes. Who didn't understand, Sweta? यार मैं तो यही तो बोल रहा हूँ ना, वीडियोस घुमा के देखो, यही तो होता बार बार जो बोल रहा हूँ. When you don't understand, we will clearly explain. Fine. Clear? Now the same situation, I can say that, I can ask that address of a plus 3. बताओ ना address of a plus 3 क्या होता? 1000 plus 1, the 3 into size of array. Size of array, if it is 30, 3 into 30, which is equal to 1090. Yes. Arpan, here I will teach the row major only. Column major you are going to work out. Now let's start on row major. Suppose I have int a of 100, 200, two-dimensional array. I want to calculate address of a of ij. Wait guys. Yes, I have here. And I want to calculate address of A of, let's say 50, 30. So what do you do basically? My idea is very simple. First I will help you. How do we calculate? This is 0, right? This is 0 and we have till 99 rows. 99 rows. And in the column similarly, you will have 199 elements in each row. Sorry, 0 to 199 elements in each row. Total 200 elements. Now somewhere you are pointing, let's say this is your location. What is that? 50. Sorry, what I am doing. 50 row and third. Let me write this side. 50 and 30. So you are pointing to this, let's say this is your special row and column. And this element address you want to calculate. This element address you want to calculate. So how do you do? This is given here. Address of A of 00 is given to you. Yes. How do you calculate? How do you calculate, guys? Here we never look at the column. Remember that. We never look at the column. What we look at? Before this, how many rows are there? Before the row 50 till 0 to 49, right? 0 to 49, right? 0 to 49 means how many rows? 50 rows are there before the present row that you are looking at. And each row, how many elements? The declaration talks about each row has 200 elements. Total how many elements in this 50 rows? Total 50 into 200 elements. Because each row 200 element means, yes or no? Total 10,000 elements before the present row. And this is your present row. Remember, this is your present row, 50. And what do you look at? In the present row, how many elements are there before the present element? Here, this situation, from here to here. Here, how many elements, guys? 0 to, how many? That column is 30, right? This is a 30 column, right? You can see that. This is a 30. And 0 to 29 elements are there before the element 30. So here 30 elements are there. 30 elements total. So when you look at the complete picture from here to here, total how many elements are there? Total how many elements? 10,000 plus 30 elements. And how do you calculate the size address of A of 50 of 30? How do you calculate, guys? How do you calculate? Address of A of 00 plus total elements how many? 1030 into size of integer. Yes, great. Come on, 0 to 29 is 30, not 0 to 20. Everybody? Yeah, now I want you to calculate in general how that is gonna be. Yes, great. Let's look at in general, how do you do that? What is the in general formula, guys? Assuming this is a declaration, int or any size, doesn't matter, any type, doesn't matter. I have mn is my declaration. M is some constant, you know that. And n is some other constant in C language. Now somebody is asking you, calculate address of A of ij. Ij might refer anybody here. Ij, let's say this is ij. This is A of ij. Now here you want to calculate the address. Now you are looking at this I, you are looking at this j column element. Now I told you just now, what is given to you? Address of the first element. Assume this is given to you. This address is given. So A of 00 is given. Okay. Now how do you calculate? Address of A of 00 plus. And whatever you have total elements, multiply with size of element. Here element is integer. In general element. Everybody? In general, size of element. It may be character, it may be integer, anybody. Now how to calculate how many elements? The first step, look at how many rows here. How many rows here? 0 to I minus 1 rows. It means total I rows. I rows, but how many elements? Each row has n elements. Each row has n. In the declaration you can look at n represent your number of columns. So total in. Total how many elements you have? In that rows. Plus in the present row, how many elements are there? 0 to j minus 1. That means total j elements. So in plus j multiply with size of element. Exactly. So those people who have not understood, please rewind the video 1 or 2 times, because I know when I was a student, I did not understand this notation at all, because nobody was there to explain in that days. Alright. Is that clear? I used to forget, is it in or im or jn? I don't know, because I used to mug the concept. Formulas are very dangerous. Don't mug them. Understand them. Fine. Everybody? Amjad plus m nahi hota, j hota. Yahi to dikkat hai. You are trying to access a j element, not m element. Fine. Everybody? Yes, please use this. Now, let me explain one example, guys. Let me explain one example. What is the output of the following C code? Assume that address of x is 2000. That means the first element is 2000. So definitely integer is 4 bytes. They have given already 4 bytes. So this will be 2004 and this will be 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024, 2028, 2032, 2036 and so on. 2044. Yes, good. Now focus on 4 rows and 3 columns that I have already mentioned. 4 rows, 3 columns. Elements, guys. Elements. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Row 0 stored. And row 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now what you have to understand? Notations. And they mentioned unsigned integers. That is because address is also unsigned. Here data also unsigned. So you will confuse, is it data or address? Is it data or address? For that they have created this question. Okay, what is x plus 3? How many of you know what is x plus 3? X plus 3. It means, what is it? Address of x of 0 plus 3. It means this is the address of row. X you don't understand, but address of x of 0 is actually called as x. And it means 3 rows it's gonna increment. It's nothing but 2000 plus 3 into size of row. You know size of row? Size of row 4 into 3, 12 bytes. So 3 into 12, 36. So 2000 plus 3 into 12, which is equal to 2036. Yes, the first one 2036. In the exam, it's very easy to now eliminate the options. There are only 2 things are matching now. Now, what is star of x plus 3? Right? Is it over? Now, star of x plus 3, the second one. What is the star of x plus 3, guys? Which is nothing but x of 3. Which is nothing but name of the row 3. The name of the row 3, nothing but address of x of 3 of its element 0 in that row. And those people who are not aware of that, look at what I am gonna do. X of I, nothing but it is address of x of I 0. Everybody, x nothing but address of x of 0. Clear? Is this clear? These 2 notations are very important, guys. Here we say this is the name of array. Fine. But in 2D, this represent address of the row. Both are same. In 2D, this represent name of row. But in 2D, the same thing represent address of element 0 in the same row. It's a row I, here element 0 of row I. It's a very important notations, guys. In 2D, every dimension, these names are going to change. Clear? Chalo, chalo. Great job. Okay? Yes. Now, this is address of the first element in the row 3. That is also 2036. Now, we have another notation. Now, here answer is confirmed. Only A is left. But I want you to understand the last notation also. What is that? Star of x plus 2 plus 3. What is star of x plus 2 means? X of 2 plus 3. What is x of 2 plus 3? X of 2 represent address of x of 2 of 0 plus 3. That means you have 2024. That in row 2, the first element address is a 2024. So when you do 2024 plus 3, there's address of an element. So it's going to calculate 2024 plus 3 into a size of an element. That is a 3 into 4. So it is also equal to 2036. Yes. Everybody look at. This is what a representation of the various notations, guys. The row has a different notation, element has a different, array has a different. So you should have a clarity what a representation you are following for 2D. If you have confused by looking at, definitely I also confused when I look at. But when you represent and understand step by step, you will get an idea. Yes. X of 2 represent the address of element 0. Understand. X of 2 represent not address of the row. X of 2 is the name of the row. Address of x of 2 is address of row 2. In 2D we follow this notation. In 3D they represent tables. And this is same as, it is exactly same as address of x of 2 of 0. This is address of element 0 of row 2. But how do you know these two are same? Because you can see that x of 2 of 0 address means, how many of you know the notation? How many of this is going to be calculated like this? Then what happens? X of 2 will be there and star of plus 0, and here ampersand star get cancelled, you will get back to x of 2. So this is same as x of 2. Yes. Everybody? So remember, x of 2 nothing but address of x of 2 of 0. Both are same. Fine. But x of 2 looks like the name of the row, but that's name of the row nothing but it's the name of the 1D, nothing but the address of the first element. Fine. Move on guys. I hope you understood this example. Let's move on to 3D. 3D in few minutes, but I don't discuss much about it, guys. Just you have int a of, let's say 5, 7, 12. What is the meaning of this? The 5 represent 5 2Ds, means 5 tables. It's indirectly 5 2Ds. And 7 represent 7 rows in each table or in each 2D. And 12 represent 12 elements in each row of each table. If you ask what is the size, 5 into 7 into 12 is the size of 3D. Yes. Yes. Everyone, address of the third row is different, name of the third row is different. Remember Nishu, galat mat bolna yaar. Name of the third row is represent address of the first element of the third row. Okay. Yeah. 7 rows in each 2D. Great. Now how to understand this? अगर आपको समझ में आना चाहिए तो we will have a smaller notation to understand. Everyone, look at this. Look at this. I'm just representing int. Tell me how to represent a of, this is a 3D guys. This is a 3D. This is a 3D array. Now tell me how to declare by looking at this notation. Yes. यार बीच में डिस्टर्ब मत करना, बीच पे डिस्टर्ब मत करना, बार बार इतना बोलने के बाद भी ये क्या डिस्टर्ब करता है यार. स्टार x प्लस 3 नथिंग बट x ऑफ 3 नथिंग बट द एड्रेस ऑफ x ऑफ 3 ऑफ 0. इट इज गोइंग टू रिजल्ट 2036. यही तो एक्सप्लेन किया ना उसी टाइम में. क्या एक्सप्लेन किया? यही तो एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था ना है ना. ये पूरा लिख लिया ना, फिर क्या बताऊं मैं. वीडियो को घुमा लो फिर वापस, है ना. पूरा एक लाइन बाय लाइन लिख लिया ना, 1 2 3. पूरा लिखने के बाद क्या दिक्कत हो रहा है, आगे पीछे क्यों जा रहा है. चलो यार सब कुछ है, वीडियो घुमा लो बस. पहली बार देख रहे हैं उनको कंफ्यूजन मिलेगा, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा. यस, कम ऑन. नाउ टेल मी हाउ टू डिक्लेयर 3 tables. This is a 0 table. This is a table 0. This is a table 1. This is a table 2. Everybody? So we have 3 tables exactly. And how many rows? You can see. How many rows? Row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. Similarly, you have 0, 1, 2, 3. Total 4 rows in each table. So we write 4. And each row, how many elements? You can see that. 2 elements in each row, right? There are 2 elements in each row. 2, 3, 4, 2 declaration, guys. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Just rewind the video, guys. Whenever you confuse, nothing. Don't worry about it. Just rewind the video, you will get point. If you do this, I need to skip some of the concepts. I don't have any problem. I will take every doubt, but the concepts, all the concepts will not be covered as I expected. Alright. But everything goes systematically, go slow. ये अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. मैं तो बहुत स्लो जा रहा हूँ, but in detail concept भी मिल रहा है आपको. Right. चलो guys, look at that. You are able to answer every question. The reason is you are able to understand the concepts. ये बहुत बढ़िया है ना? Everybody clear? चलो इसको कैसे एक्सेस कर लेते हैं. इन केस मुझे इसको रिप्रेजेंट करना, कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करोगे इसको? हाउ टू रिप्रेजेंट दिस एलिमेंट, राइट? लेट्स से दिस ए array. A of which table? Table 1. And which row? Row 2. Which column? 1. Clear? First look at the table, then look at the row. This is the first priority, then second priority, then third priority. Yes. Everyone? Yeah, those people who have not liked it, please do that. Now I'm going to calculate. I'm not going to confuse the notations, guys. There are so many notations. And यहाँ पे मैं नहीं बता दूंगा, but I will help you to calculate the address. Suppose I have, guys, some integer or character, doesn't matter. I have a declaration like m, n, no. Let me use PQR. PQR. What is P? You know that. P represent P tables. Q represent Q rows in each table. Total rows. Remember, this is not you are accessing, or a number of elements or elements in each row. In each row of each table. Yes, you know that. Now I want to access. I want to find out the address of A of I, J, K. Remember, PQ are my total size. Now the total size of the array, you know it, P into Q into R, you know that. Okay, now let's talk about this. How do you calculate? Let's say where I point, let's say 3 dots I am keeping, guys. I am accessing this one. Remember that. How do I access? This is my A of ijk. So that means this is the table I. Point properly, guys. Point properly. This is the table I. This is the table I and row j and element k. Everybody look in proper order. Who is first, who is second, who is third? First look at I, then look at j, then look at k. When I look at the table, and tell me, guys, how many tables are there before the table I? How many tables are there? 0, 2, I minus 1 tables. In the sense, I tables. Now tell me, each table has what is the size? तो समझ में आना चाहिए. Each table has how much size? Each table has q into r elements. Yes or no? How do you know that? You look at your declaration. The QR represent the 2D size. Everybody, that means total elements. Good morning, Nish. Oh, who is that? Good morning, Suman. Nishu. I into Q into R elements. सबको समझ में आया क्या है? Everybody understood? Each table has QR elements. I tables are there before my table I. So I will have IQR elements before this table. पहले इसको कैलकुलेट करना. Everybody, पहले ये समझ में आना चाहिए. Every table has the QR size because QR is given to you. Every table has QR elements. Not only this, every row पता होना चाहिए. Every row कितना elements है? R elements है. Every row has R elements. वो लास्ट डायमेंशन बताता. यस, चलो आगे चलते फटाफट. नाउ बिफोर दिस j row j, how many elements are there in the previous rows? 0 to j minus 1 rows. मतलब j rows मतलब how many elements, guys? Each row has r elements, so total jr elements. JR, remember JR. Each row has R elements. Yes, JR. And the present row, how many elements you have? That is 0 to k minus 1 elements. In the sense, you have how many elements? K elements. Everybody? So I tables, J rows, K elements. Now find out. We know the address of the first element, that is 0, 0, 0, 0. Be careful how do you do that. Plus, before the table, IQR elements, present table, before the present row, there are JR elements, present row, there are K elements, and multiply with size of element. Everybody, this is how you calculate. ये 3D नहीं, 4D भी यही स्ट्रेटेजी है. 4D, 5D, 6D. आपको सिर्फ इतना देखना, ये प्रेजेंट अभी तो 2D, अभी 3D है, तो प्रेजेंट 2D से पहले कितना 2D? अगर 4D पे गया, प्रेजेंट 3D से पहले कितना 3D? और स्ट्रेटेजी सेम लगेगा. You can apply this concept to any dimensional array, guys. Okay, so I hope you understood the arrays representation, array notation. चलो आगे चलते हैं. And before starting the pointers, let me help you. And we are starting the batch, which is Evolve batch for Computer Science Engineering, which is the first batch for 2022, and this is a purely Hindi batch. And you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus using Deva 10. Everybody, you can get a subscription if you want to prepare seriously. Now onwards, you can take the subscription, you can join this batch, and we will announce the complete schedule soon. So it's tentatively 25th, तो आगे पीछे भी जा सकते. Yes, but it will start at any cost. Yeah. Now अब चलते pointers. Yeah. Alright, चलो आगे चलते pointers. Pointers are many types, guys. Single pointer, double pointer, triple pointer, pointer to array, pointer to string, and pointers also have some problems while dealing with them. So we are going to understand all the concepts in this session possibly, but we do a little bit quickly because we are already running late. And are you clear? So you have to support me a lot, and when I ask the question, answer quickly. Chalo, ready? बढ़िया है, बहुत बढ़िया है. Come on. Fine. Let's start. Pointer. And guys, pointers, how do you declare? Like integer pointer, you write int star p. Character pointer, you write character star q. Float pointer, you write float star r. But what is the pointer? What is a pointer, guys? Pointer is also a variable. It is a variable, but it indicates address. It indicates pointer basically address, guys. It's just address, but what address you are dealing? It is a variable, no doubt. It indicates address. It is a variable. It holds address. Of what? Really, it's a very difficult. Address is many types. If you are not aware of address, guys, address can represent address of data, that is address of int, or address of character, or address of the real value, or its address of integer. ये बहुत खतरनाक वाले हैं. Basically address of, it can be address of array. क्या नहीं हो सकता? Address of array, address of structure. दिख रहा है ना? Okay. क्या नहीं होता बताओ ना guys. It can be address of structure. Structure तो पढ़ा है ना अब तक. It can be address of function. मतलब in a system address of heap data भी होता, heap memory. क्या addresses are many types, right? Addresses are many types. You have a main memory. The address can be used for even program also. Address of your program. Yes. Right? Yeah. So these are, pointer is a variable that holds address. Everybody, pointer is a variable that holds address. Here P is there. P is a variable. Q is also variable. R is also variable. But it doesn't hold the data. What it holds? Address. But this is address of integer, address of character, and address of float. इसीलिए क्या होता? When somebody try to print, let's say printf, and you have to help me guys. Printf, in case if I do %u 3 times, and I'm trying to print size of P, size of Q, size of R. Can you help me guys? What it prints? Quick. And if you have joined late guys, please like the session, and I'm waiting for many likes, but we have not crossed at 200 even yesterday, but today again I'm targeting for 200. So chalo quick. 222, yeah. And here let me help you. Assume integer size is 2 bytes. Assume character size is 1 byte. Float size is 4 bytes, and one more, address size is अज्यूम 6 बाइट्स, कुछ भी हो सकता है ना। अब देखो सिस्टम में 4 हो सकता, 2 हो सकता, बट आई एम अज्यूमिंग एड्रेस इज 6 बाइट्स। क्या होगा अभी आंसर, जल्दी। मैं तो दे दिया ना, अभी अकॉर्डिंग टू माई अजम्पशंस क्या होगा। इस कंपाइलर डिपेंडेंट तो है, बट क्या होगा। come on, I have given you my assumptions। अरे सेम आज साइज ऑफ इंट छोड़ो, एड्रेस का साइज अलग होगा, हो सकता है इंटीजर से, पर आप मान लेते सेम, मत करना इसे। 6 बाइट्स अब होगा ये साइज ऑफ P6 Q6 6Q, ये एड्रेस फिट होता 6 बाइट्स। मैं दे ही दे ना, मेरा एड्रेस की विड्थ है 6 बाइट्स। ये क्या बोल रहा है कुछ भी। अरे दिया बाबा यार, पी के अंदर एड्रेस स्टोर होता, एड्रेस की साइज पता करना। नॉर्मली साइज ऑफ इंट लेते, बट लेकिन नहीं होना, जरूरत नहीं है ऐसे। 666 इज एन आउटपुट। एवरीबॉडी समझ लो बात। ये एड्रेस ये आशीष कहां से यार। अरे दिख रहा है ना, inside the P Q R stores addresses। when they are storing addresses, doesn't matter address of integer, character, float, all the addresses in the main memory will have the same size। every address is having same size in a main memory। क्यों रैम डिसाइड करता है ना एड्रेस साइज क्या होता, रैम डिसाइड करता है। ये एड्रेस नंबर ऑफ लोकेशंस चाहिए हमको, ये बोलते हैं एड्रेस, राइट। कितना लोकेशन से आपको पता होना चाहिए ना, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट एड्रेस विड्थ फिक्स होता। ये बोलते हैं एड्रेस। एड्रेस की साइज कभी चेंज होगा, या इंटीजर स्टोर करो या फ्लोट स्टोर करो, एड्रेस तो वही तो होता ना बाबा। एड्रेस साइज चेंज नहीं होता ना। अगर 20 बिट्स है तो 20 बिट्स होंगे ना, है ना। कैरेक्टर हो फिर भी वही होता ना एड्रेस की साइज। लोकेशन अलग होता होगा, बट लेकिन एड्रेस नंबर ऑफ बिट्स सेम होता ना, है ना। कम ऑन एवरीबॉडी। सिक्स नथिंग बट द साइज ऑफ एड्रेस, 6 का एड्रेस नहीं, 6 नथिंग बट साइज ऑफ एड्रेस। आई अज्यूम्ड size of address is 6 bytes to give you clarity, because you might be assuming integer, character, float। yes, चलो जल्दी बोलो। ये महांती तो अभी ज्वाइन किया, समझ नहीं आता अभी। अरे यार 1 घंटे के बाद आओ, बिकॉज इंग्लिश में बोल रहा हूं ना, और हिंदी में शायद हिंदी में भी बात कर रहा हूं यार। Here PQR doesn't matter which pointers। दोबारा बोलता हूं, मुझे क्या होता, मैं तो खत्म कर लेता हूं आधा घंटे में सेशन, जो होगा वो खत्म करके, है ना। P is also going to hold address of integer। Q is going to hold address of character store नहीं होता बाबा, address store होता। address of float, address ही है ना, address तो फिक्स हो गया ना सिस्टम के अंदर। मैं तो साइज ऑफ P पूछ रहा हूं, साइज ऑफ P पूछ रहा हूं। ये होता साइज ऑफ एड्रेस होता, जो होगा सिस्टम के अंदर। मैं तो 6 अज्यूम किया तो 6 होंगे। जब मैं साइज ऑफ स्टार P पूछूं, तब आपको साइज ऑफ इंटीजर बोलना पड़ेगा। दोनों अलग नोटेशन है, तो इसलिए लोग को नहीं समझ में आता ये साइज ऑफ P बात कर रहा है, साइज ऑफ स्टार P। size of P is equal size of Q is equal size of R तो है, but they are different when you deal with size of star P, size of star Q. You can't say equal because you are now pointing to data. Now आपको देखना पड़ेगा इंटीजर की साइज कितना, कैरेक्टर की साइज कितना, फ्लोट की साइज कितना, वो अकॉर्डिंग टू मशीन they will print. You know, Q is no doubt it is a 1, R is no doubt 4, but P either 2 or 4. That either 2 or 4. But this 3 will give you same size. Same, but I don't know what is same. You need to look at your system, what kind of, what is the size of address. Yes, अलग अलग system में के लिए अलग अलग होता है. Good. Come on. चलो आगे चलते हैं. जो समझ नहीं आया रिवाइंड कर दो वीडियो को. जो अभी ज्वाइन किया फिर पूरा वीडियो देख लो. चल आगे चलते हैं. Now everybody clear about this? Now ट्राई कर लेते हैं कैसे डिक्लेयर करना. int star p ये डिक्लेरेशन है. तो you have int x is equal to 10. Then what do? P is equal to address of x. क्या होता? P is a variable and x is also variable, but you have a 10, but this has address. Let's say 2000 is an address and P has the 3000, then P के अंदर 2000 store होगा. मतलब indirectly it is pointing to this. When you say star P is equal to 20, तो क्या होता guys? Star P is equal to 20. Star P nothing but 2000. P holds 2000. And a star 2000 nothing but which is referring X only. The value at 2000. Yes. Everyone? Yeah. Everyone? Yes. Chalo. For some time I'm not going to look at the chart, and some people they are enjoying. I not understood sir, I did not understood sir. क्या है? गेम खेल रहा है क्या? टॉपर ग्रुप महांती है ना. इसको एक वर्ड आया, समझ लो यार ये लोग कहाँ से आता, दुनिया में है क्या ये लोग? मजा ले रहा है. देखो इनको कुछ और वर्ड नहीं आता, कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहा है. इनको इंग्लिश भी नहीं आता होगा, है ना. यो है ना, ब्लॉक कर सकता हूँ पर लेकिन ये भी एक आदमी है ना, या हमारा जैसे है. देखो चलो एंजॉय ऐसे वाला है ना. जोकर से क्लास में बहुत मजा कर लेते हैं हम. चलो कॉन्सेप्ट पूछ लो, क्या समझ में आया है. मैं तो सामने हर डाउट को ले रहा हूँ, है ना. those people who just came for doing time pass, do it, but don't waste our time. And दुनिया में बहुत कुछ करना है ना. चलो अब देखो स्टार P इज इक्वल 20 क्या होता, फटाफट 10 20 हो जाता. Everybody, so this is exactly same as x is equal 20. Everybody, similarly you can also deal with the character pointer. You can also similarly deal with the character pointer, guys. I can do like this. Int, no, not int, now character star Q, and character, let's say C is equal to A, and Q is equal to address of a C, and now star Q is equal, let's say B. What happens now? Q is also variable, C is also variable. Now C में A स्टोर होगा in ASCII format. इसका एड्रेस मान लेना 5000, Q का एड्रेस मान लेना 6000. Q के अंदर एड्रेस ऑफ C स्टोर होना है वो 5000. Now when you say star Q is equal to B, which is nothing but C is equal to B only, that means A is going to be replaced with B. Yes. Come on, quick. Everybody? Clear? How to deal with the pointer? Single pointer. how to deal with a single pointer. Is it clear? Come on, jaldi jaldi. Okay, now let's move to the, got it? चलो एक छोटा एग्जाम्पल, ये पॉइंटेड टू स्ट्रिंग वाले फिर भी एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं. पुराना गेट क्वेश्चन है गाइस, पुराना गेट क्वेश्चन है, पुराना गेट क्वेश्चन है. पहले आप एस की वैल्यूज बोलो. ये क्या होता, कैपिटल ये क्या होता और स्मॉल ये क्या होता, एस की वैल्यू बोलो. है ना, क्या होता है एस की वैल्यू, जरूरत तो नहीं है, फिर भी विदाउट दैट दिस इज अ कैरेक्टर. व्हाट इज द एस की वैल्यू? चलो आई विल लुक इनटू दैट. सो वी हैव सी, ये जो है ना वो स्ट्रिंग है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज ए स्ट्रिंग कांस्टेंट. व्हाट इज दिस? स्ट्रिंग कांस्टेंट. इस सिस्टम में क्या होता, कहीं पर स्टोर हो जाता वैसे ही. Fine. And now C is a pointer. Now C is a pointer. Now I am assuming that the first character at 100, then 101, because they are characters, right? Byte by byte they are going to store. Byte by byte. Okay, जो भी है. So it's going to store 100. Because you have passed the string, means it will take the address of the first character. Yes. Clear? Yeah. So many people are talking about this is 65 and this is 97. चलो स्टार्ट कर लेते फटाफट. एंड ये भी हो गया P. P is another character, another pointer. Here also we store C. C means 100 only. C. Now देख लेते ये क्या होने वाला है. मतलब C is here and P also pointing same. Now बताओ फटाफट इसको देखकर स्टार ऑफ C क्या है 100 प्लस 2 ऑफ P, मतलब P ऑफ 2. P ऑफ 2 क्या होता, P ऑफ 2, 2 of P, nothing but P of 2, nothing but P of 2. guys, क्या होता P of 2? 0, 1, 2, that is a T, that is a T, character T. everyone, so character T ASCII की वैल्यू ले लो, नहीं तो नहीं चाहिए मुझे. यहां पर T का ASCII की वैल्यू चाहिए हमको. T का ASCII की वैल्यू माइनस P of 6, 6 of P. P of 6 क्या होता 3, 4, 5, 6, that is I का ASCII की वैल्यू चाहिए था हमको. ले लो नहीं ले लो चलेगा, बिकॉज वी कैन कैलकुलेट सम अदर वे टू. या कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं 84. नाउ देखो क्या करने वाला हूं मैं. ये 84 है, I क्या होगा, कम ऑन जल्दी है ना. ये थोड़ा टाइम वेस्ट करेगा ना. क्या करोगे जल्दी एग्जाम में बैठ के, क्या करोगे आई एग्जाम में बैठ के क्या करोगे, अगर आई का वैल्यू कुछ x है तो आप डिफरेंस देखोगे तुरंत. सो t क्या होगा, x प्लस 1, x प्लस 2, x प्लस 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So x plus 11 होता. Everybody? x plus 11 होता. x plus 11. अगर इसको मान लिया तो ASCII की वैल्यू पता कर लिया. अगर ये 73 है, 73 प्लस 11 तो मतलब गलत कर रहा है कुछ. ठीक है जो भी है तो कर लेना आप बैठ के. नाउ फटाफट कैसे लिखता हूं देखो 100 प्लस टी तो x प्लस 11 माइनस x माइनस 1 तो क्या होने वाला है विच इज इक्वल स्टार ऑफ 100 प्लस 10 विच इज इक्वल स्टार ऑफ कैरेक्टर है ना तो 110 हो जाता तो 110 पर क्या है 110 पर क्या है this is 110 so it's gonna print everybody it's gonna print star of 110 it's gonna print 1 is the output 110 यार क्या to print is that लवजित क्या कर रहा है फटाफट कहीं ना जाना यार जल्दी कर दो 2 क्यों आया आंसर ये कैरेक्टर प्रिंट करे गेट क्वेश्चन नहीं है गेट को मॉडिफाई कर दिया मैं कम ऑन 1 होता है ना एक गेट क्वेश्चन को मॉडिफाई करके लाया ठीक है आई एम नॉट प्रिंटिंग द स्ट्रिंग लेंथ वो तो स्ट्रिंग लेंथ पूछा था एग्जाम में द कैरेक्टर एट 110 इज द 1 कम ऑन गुड 1 चलो ऐसे ही प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा पॉइंटर्स के साथ गाइस चलो जल्दी जल्दी खत्म कर लेते हैं इस कॉन्सेप्ट्स को सो दैट वी कैन प्रैक्टिस लॉट ओके नाउ देयर आर सम प्रॉब्लम्स व्हाइल डीलिंग विद अ पॉइंटर्स द फर्स्ट वन या व्हाइल null pointer dereferencing dangling pointer memory leak and some of the problems with pointer operations yes what is the wild pointer look at this wild pointer also called as bad pointer if you dereference such pointers you will get runtime errors also called as uninitialized so if you dereference such pointer you will get a problem look at now it is local variable right local auto variable right तो इनिशियली क्या होता गार्बेज होता ना px के अंदर व्हाट डू यू हैव गार्बेज तो इफ यू आर ट्राइंग टू से dereferencing that garbage it's going to be very dangerous runtime error invalid address so this is going to be a segmentation fault basically there could be segmentation fault this is runtime error because without assigning an address you are trying to dereference which will create a segmentation fault everyone come on jaldi clear this is called as a wild pointer normally कैसे लिखना है इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए you have to write like this int star px int x is equal to जो भी x and px is equal to address of x अब लिखो चलेगा to avoid that error this is a good program clear now you have assigned address now this can be avoided uninitialized pointer dereferencing can be avoided by initializing with address of some variable yes this is a good code now next one a null pointer most of the good programmers they do assigning null by default this is predefined macro guys null you can also write the same thing like int star px is equal to int star of 0 it's actually 0 but that 0 is address not the data not the value not the integer the 0 is actually integer it's integer now this refers address of integer now because that's called as typecasting this is called as typecasting you are converting the 0 integer into address 0 initially address 0 is integer by default this is integer now when you write int star 0 now it's become address of integer so 0 refers two things here 0 can be integer 0 can be address so which one you want to treat If you don't do the typecasting, 0 is just integer. The compiler catches. Everybody? Yes. Now what happens at this point? The px as 0. But 0 exists in the system but not allowed to user to update the main memory location. 0 is actual location. Here nobody can change it. Nobody can change this location. Because it's a system occupied address. Yes. So this is null dereferencing problem. And here also it will generate runtime error. You can't dereference null pointer. Then what is the advantage of using this code? What is the advantage, guys? We can write a very good code. Like, we can do star px is equal null. And after some time, before accessing that star px, you can say that if px not equal to null, I can do that star px is equal 10. Now this is a good code. It is a good one. Clear? Yes. Great. Come on guys, 139 likes. If anybody joined late and you wanted to like this session, please do that. Don't go away. Next, dangling pointer. Dangling pointer. And still I have not discussed about the functions. It's okay. I will discuss. Returning address, integer address. G is the function. And here X is local to the function. It has address. And here returns 1000. That is the meaning of the first function. Second function is main. P is a variable and P is going to catch the return value of G. And when you call the G, what G returns? 1000. That is 1000. But when it returns, guys, when you go here and return, when you are returning, the X is going to be deleted. You know that. X is automatic variable. Once you go out of the block, then that X is going to be destroyed. And when you come to the main, at this point, 1000 actually not exist, which was destroyed. 1000 deleted already, destroyed. Because 1000 out of the scope was auto variable. You know that. That was automatic variable address. Yes. So now pointer mapping or pointer pointing to the address which is no more accessible. So this is called as dangling pointer. What is it? Dangling pointer. What is the meaning of dangling pointer? Now whatever P is pointing right now, which was valid at some point of time in the past. At this time 1000 was valid. But when you come here, the 1000 is invalid. Because of you went out of scope, the 1000 was deallocated from your memory. Yes. Yes, because of auto variable, exactly. It's a freed, memory is a freed, you can say that. But it's not freed, that it was occupied maybe by other variables. Yes, you can say many things. It can be freed or something like that. Clear this point? Here this is called as dangling pointer. Dangling pointer, guys. Work out what we are trying to say. What we are trying to say. What we are trying to say. P, that's pointer P. Holding, not visible. Pointer P holding address which is valid at some point of time in the past. Some point of time in the past, no doubt. But now it is invalid. Yes, deallocated memory. Good point. Dangling. Okay, now memory leak. And we have not discussed that in the last topic. I'm going to discuss that. This malloc size of int is basically in heap region. in heap region, then assume that it's going to create 2 bytes. Let's say creates 2 bytes. Let's say this is a 1000 address, and that 1000 address will be given to the px. What is px? Px is there in the stack. In the stack, it's going to hold 1000. This is the stack region, and this is going to point to the heap region somehow. And what happens? You store 10. So it's going to store the 10 here. But at this point of time, what happens is it creates another 2 bytes. And this address, let's say 1002. Then here 1002 will be updated. Now what happened to the existing 1000? Existing 2 bytes? This address is lost. What happened to this 1000? Lost, because you have not freed. To avoid this, what you have to do? To avoid this, you have to do something here. You have to write here like free of p. Then that is a good code. Good code always frees before going to some other memory. Yes, address lost. It's called as leak. Memory leak, guys. Memory leak. The 2 bytes, without freeing, you are creating other 2 bytes, and you are lost. You are losing that address. Right? If you don't want to free, at least store that address in some other variable. Yes. Yeah. Pointers basically we use as a stack variables. Fine. Okay, keep practicing them. That's what. Okay, let's move on to pointer to an array. So this is one of the important concept, guys. Okay, I will cover this. Remaining we will practice. And most of you are may not aware. Today we will have 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is the practice session on arrays and pointers. Practice on arrays and pointers on Unacademy free classes. So those people who wanted to have a practice on this arrays and pointers, please attend today 6 p.m. and link will be available in group. I will share in Telegram group. Please subscribe to our Telegram group so that you will be accessible to my classes. Fine. What is pointer to array, guys? This is int star p of 2. Look at it's just not looks like a normal pointer. What is the difference between this pointer? Look at, guys, p and q, absolutely no difference. If you ask me what is the size of p and size of q, exactly same, because they hold addresses. Yes. Now tell me, what is this address? Here address of array of 2 integers. Then this address q is going to hold address of just integer. That's the main difference between these 2 pointers, guys. Both are pointers, both will have same size, but p has address of array of 2 integers because you defined that way only. Your declaration talks about what kind of pointer it is. What kind of pointer it is, guys. Yes. Everybody, it's going to have address of 2 integers. To understand this, let me help you. Look at, guys, this is array, right? Okay, let me do that. Array, and we have y. This is y and this is x. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. And y basically address only, like 1000, 1002. I'm assuming just 2 bytes. Okay, here it's going to hold 1000. But 1000 doesn't mean that it's just pointing to one element. Iska meaning I said it's imagining It's doing imagination that I'm pointing to two integers. It will not assume. But अगर आपके पास कुछ int z है, star z है, that is equal to x, but z is just pointing to one element. Everybody, दोनों different है, दोनों different है. Even though you are assigning the same address, but y already you declared, it is going to point to two elements. Yes, pointing to here. How do you speak y? Just not pointer. Y is a pointer to an array of two integers. तो इसलिए इसको पता है मैं I am pointing to two integers. Exactly. What it is trying to assume all the time? It's going to assume it is just one row for y. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this? Everybody guys, star y of 1. Star y of 1. It means that is how we access the elements 0, 1. And 1 basically represent 20. Then what is star y? Means y of 0 of 1. Because it looks like row, right? So if you want to go to the element, you need to go one level inside. So you require a 1 star. Star, this is just the same 20. Everybody? Yes. Now when you increment plus, when you increment y, quick, when you increment y, what happens? 1000 plus 1. Y is equal to y plus 1. 1000 plus 1. Now 1000 is here. Why you mention? It is address of two elements, not one element. So it's going to increment two element size. That is 1 into 2 element size is 4. So it's equal to 1004. So 1000 become 1004, and now it will point to this two elements. Yes. Now it's not y of 1, it is a star y of minus 1. Do you know one thing? Wherever it points, now forget about the previous 0, 1 index. Wherever it points, it starts with 0 index and 1, but previously you can access like minus 1, minus 2. Because right now you are pointing here, this side negatives, this side positives, index. Yes, everybody? Now 1004, star 1004 minus 1, it goes to the 1002 guys. So when you do that, next star y of minus 1, it's going to give you again 20 only. Again 20 only. Both gives 20. So output is 20, 20. Yes, everybody? And it is very, very important for exam point of view, because you see not just pointed to an array of pointers also there in the syllabus. Yes. But what is the main difference? I will tell you. What is the main difference? Okay. Look at the difference, guys. Look at the difference. This example, you should get a clarity what I am actually talking about. Look at normal pointer. Look at pointer to an array. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Here A is also A is array. And P is a pointer. Q is also pointer. But what P is imagining, that we will see that. We will see that quickly now. P is holding 1000, Q also holding 1000, because you give an address of the first element. This is just assuming I am only pointing to the first element. But Q is not like that. Q is something different. It is imagining that I am pointing to two elements because you declared me that way. Everybody? Because Q declared that way, I am pointing to two elements. Now how do you know that? How do they work? You just try P is equal to P plus 1. Q is equal to Q plus 1. You will understand. P is equal to P plus 1 means 1000 plus 1 it is going to increment the element address, that is going to 1002. But when you do q is equal to, q plus 1, when you do q is equal to q plus 1, this 1000 plus 1 is not just one element, it is going to increment two elements, that is going to increment 4, right? 1000, 2 into 2, 4. So it's going to increment 4, 1004. So this is the size of two elements. This is the size of one element. 1 into 1 you do here. Everyone? Yeah. Clear? So it's going to point to the next two elements. So P will point to the next element, Q will point to the next two elements. That is the main difference. Come on, come on. It starts pointing to the, yes, it will start pointing to the next two elements when you increment. And it start pointing to the next element like this. Exactly true. Correct, correct. Yes, yes, good, good. Understood? That's what the beauty of the pointer to array, guys. Right? This increments the size of two elements. Right? This one is going to increment size of two elements. This is going to increment just the size of one element. Integer element basically. Okay. Now let's look at some examples quickly and find out the first one. There are two programs for you. The first program and second program. Tell me what is the first program output? Quick. Quick. Let's see how many can do. And this is the constant. So for both of them, same location, that is hello created at some location, and the same address will be given to str1 and str2. Both will point to the same constant because that is the constant. It's not just array. Everyone, that is not yet come. That's the array of pointers. Not yet come. Okay. We'll see today in the practice session, not now. Equal. Yes, this is true. This is true. So it prints output is equal. So output you get equal. Yes. Good, good. And second one, what happens? Here str1 is array. So here it's going to store. Sorry. And str2 is another array, will have a different location, will not have the same location. You might have this is starting from 1000, this might be 2000. So it just looks like 1000, 2000. Will not match. So the output is unequal. Yes. Everybody? Yeah. Array addresses are different exactly. Yes. str1, str2 actually refers a different location because str1, str2 gives the address of the first element, and in the first program str1, str2 refers address of the first character of the string constant. Yes. And you can modify also. Yes, yes, good points. Good points are coming. Yes. Now, another one quickly. P, A, and I'm giving some assumptions. Guys. Size of char everybody knows 1 byte. And size of address, I'm assuming 4 bytes. My choice it is. So tell me what is the output. What is size of A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 because null character also there. A is going to have null character also additionally underscore exam and null character. So you will have 10 bytes. Now size of P. P is just what? A pointer. Here address only stored, nothing else. This is just 4 bytes. So this will be 4. It's not 1, 10 comma 1. Who is that? Pratik, Lavjit. क्या पॉइंटर के साइज समझ में आ रहा है? साइज ऑफ पी है, साइज ऑफ स्टार पी नहीं है. एवरीबॉडी, साइज ऑफ स्टार पी इज द 1 byte एग्जैक्टली. कम ऑन जल्दी. कुछ भी 44 11 क्या 10 comma 4 आउटपुट इज 10 comma 4. Yes, understand. 10 represent the whole size of an array and 4 represent just size of an address because that P holds. Yeah. All right. चलो आगे चलते हैं. Now array of pointers. Now give me 5 to 10 minutes. I will close the session. But remember, today we have practice session, guys. After this concept, let me go here. Today practice on arrays and pointers 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Unacademy free classes. Visit my profile to access that. But today last concept that let me explain array of pointers. Everybody, what is array of pointers? देखो guys, star p integer ले लो, character ले लो, that depends on you guys. This is a pointer to array. Now somebody writing star r of let's say 5. What is the difference? All are pointers? No, all are not pointers. The first two p and q are pointers because they hold address. But r is not a pointer, r is array. First difference, guys, first difference. Clear? P and q are pointers because they hold address, but r is not a pointer. Then how it looks like? Now you know that p, it has an address, q also has an address, but different addresses. Address of an array, address of an integer, that's the difference between q and p. And r is an array. It's array. Yes or no? It's array. But you have 5 addresses. Address. Which address? Integer address. Everybody, R is a array, but it has 5 addresses, 5 integer addresses. Yes, array of pointers, exactly. R is an array of 5 integer pointers. How do you speak that? R is an array of 5 integer pointers. मतलब they can point to somebody. Exactly. Slice has highest precedence than star. Good. Come on, guys. Did you see the difference between these 3 notations? P is integer pointer, means pointer to integer, and Q is a pointer, just pointer to array of 2 integers. R is array of 5 integer pointers, or 5 pointers to integers. Yes. Now one example to understand quickly, guys. Let's start. X of 3. So definitely you have 3 locations. You have 10, 11, 12, and Y of 4. And here X plus 2, X plus 1, X. And you need to understand the internal implementation, guys. Here, let me tell you, this is 1000, 1002, 1004. Let me take this as 2000. Address you are storing, so you need to go for 4 bytes. I'm assuming 4 bytes for an address. So don't worry about it. Now X means what? Is it 10 or 1000? It is. X means 1000. X plus 2 means 1004. X plus 1 means 1002. X means 1000. Indirectly, this points to this, and this points to this, and this one, and this one. Everybody? Yeah. Now you are trying to print star y of 2. That is how you print an element, because of you declared that. Star y of 2. Who is that star y of 2? Y of 0, y of 1, y of 2. That is, you can understand this as star y of 2 like this. And what is this y of 2? What y of 2 has? 1002. That is x plus 1. What is value at 1002? Which is 11. Everybody, which is 11. Which is 11. And similarly, I have taken y of 0 of 2. Y of 0 of 2. But this is it correct way to understand y of 0 of 2? Everybody, let's see what, but it's the right notation. It's the right notation. Y of 0 of 2 can be taken as y of 0 first, then of 2. What is y of 0? That is 1000. What is that? 1000. And what 1000 of 2? 1000 of 2 means star of 1000 plus 2. Let me write again. It means star y of 2. It means star y plus 2 of star. And star y means that y of 0 is the 1000. 1000 plus 2. 1000 plus 2. At 1000 you have integers, so 1000 plus 2, it's going to jump to the 1004. So star of 1004, that's going to be 12. That's going to be 12. So this prints 12 and this prints 11. So 11, 12. Agar if I do y of 2 of 0, that is exactly same as star y of 2. Yeah. Y is single dimensional array. It looks like now 2D. It now looks like 2D because of other pointer. Yes. And we are going to practice many questions today, guys. Please like the session. We are very near to 150. Yes. 11, 12. Yes. Yeah. For doubts, you have doubt session. You can meet me anytime, guys. Today we have seen many things. Except, some things like arithmetic operations also I discussed, but pointers cannot be multiplied and divided, but pointers can be added. Means you can add with a constant. You can subtract the pointers also. Remember, few things we will practice on today's session. And what we have seen today, arrays, pointers, most of the important points I have covered today. And you need to practice a lot. For that also I am conducting one session today, that is practice on arrays and pointers. Today at 6 p.m. meet me on Unacademy free class. This is a free class, so we will practice a lot of questions. Everybody, yes. Any doubt you have, you can come to the Unacademy. You can just follow my profile, and after this class you have the math class at 11:30 a.m. and then you will have 2:30 p.m. computer organization by Vishwadip sir. Okay. And this is my profile to access free classes of Unacademy. So please visit. Yeah. Thank you so much for attending today's session. And I'm very glad that you are attending my classes regularly, and keep continuing this one for all the subjects that you are preparing seriously. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Yeah. And this is our Telegram channel where I'm going to share the link of my free classes on Telegram. This is a Telegram channel, guys. Please subscribe to this. You will get material, you will get class links, and yes. Do not forget to use this link to join and subscribe. Chalo, bye bye. Take care. Yes, double pointer, triple pointer, everything will practice, Manoj. Yes, please refer this all free YouTube channels to your friends. If any of your friends studying mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, computer science, all these channels are for students and all absolutely free, and you have top educators who are going to help you to learn the concepts. So please recommend these channels to your friends. Thank you so much, and thank you so much. Please like the session and share this videos with your friends, and subscribe this channel if you have not done, and please stay tuned on this channel to learn all the concepts from all the subjects. Thank you so much. Bye bye. And file handling is not important for the GATE, Vishal. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.